at the apothecary this morning and just opened up for a couple of hours before we go to the air show. And yesterday we didn't go down to the hangar, which I'm kind of glad we didn't push it and try to go, because yesterday was insanely busy there. I mean, there was a stopped line of traffic to get into town and to get down there, and it was crazy. So they duplicate the show that they did yesterday today, so that's what we're gonna go and see. And I'm very excited to see some of like the bigger warplanes and the, of course, F-22 Raptor, which is like, she's the star of the show. She's like the hot girl for sure. So we're gonna see that and then maybe go swimming this afternoon. It's a nice hot sunny day and it's a Sunday, so just a little bit of work today and then perhaps get to relax a little bit. Although I probably do need to do some emails and some stuff for social tonight, but that's okay. I love my job.
Performance of today's modern aerobatic aircraft. And what a great sound.
On planes, it's like the worst, most miserable experience ever. But these kind of planes, like trick planes, old warplanes, new warplanes, are incredible feats of human design and innovation. Anyways, they're very cool, and I'm glad we came to this. I haven't been to this air show since I was a kid, and I think I appreciate it more as an adult because of just like the skill and everything that goes into flying these planes. The engineering, the way that they fly them. It's very cool. So, yay,
very
airplanes.
Cool.
So here we go. Are you ready? Take a look. Possibly. Yep. All right, you see the watermelon come out?
You guys, you can get on the step and look in the cockpit. Just don't touch the fabric on the way up. Okay. You can touch the metal stuff, but the fabric reacts to the hand, the oils in the hand. Good. Mark. Let's see if we can find them. There's a mark that's over there. There is a couple of clutches, basically, that go back to the triggers.
Yes.
And so when they go back to the guns, and the triggers activate the clutch, like stepping on the brake pedal. And so when those clutches push and disengage, it becomes the trigger.
Oh,
and then when you let it go, it stops. But it has this thing where it spins freely, and it engages and locks in, and that sinks it.
What RPM is it going at? Like?
This is about 1400.
Okay.
This is about 1400 RPM, and with something like this going, this engine does about 2450, and being that.
So this Chinook, I think that's how you pronounce it, helicopter behind me. These things are crazy looking. Like, they just don't look like they're supposed to be airborne. I've known a couple of people who have flown these in the military, and they said that they lost more friends to helicopter crashes than they did to enemy fire, which I don't know if that's true, but if it is true, it's really shocking that the military allows these to continue to fly. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the stats, but you can see and understand like how and why that might be true. I am just getting ready this morning, and I've been doing the same makeup routine every morning, starting with, of course, glisten up. I'm going to do a little bit of founder diaries while I get ready. So first I spray this on, and then I just let it dry for a few seconds before I go in with the next step. So I've mentioned in the last kind of founder diaries segment that what you're supposed to do when it comes to content for social media is have a content day and do all of your creative in bulk on that day, and then schedule out your posts for the next week or two. And I am not there yet. Tend to create content when creativity strikes. It's been a couple days since I've posted to Good Psyche, and yesterday and this morning creativity struck. I've had a couple of ideas of things that I want to create, and so I am working on that. There's a very large number of people right now who are interested in giving up alcohol, and it's a unique time in culture and society where people are starting to turn their back on alcohol and decide to pursue other healthier, better for you alternatives in social situations where you would typically imbibe. Now, of course, we have known Sidekick to be an excellent, what I call anti-vice or vice replacement, because of its ingredients. Kana and Cassandra, the combination makes for this very bubbly, warm, pro-social, empathetic, kind of just calm energy and sensation. So it's the perfect sober companion. I obviously knew this, which is part of the reason I named it Sidekick, because I wanted it to be something that people could bring with them anywhere, traveling, to reduce the stress of travel, bring it into social situations where they might normally drink but they don't want to, and they still want to feel the social lubrication or experience pro-social behaviors. As someone who gave up drinking years ago, I remember that one of the hardest things for me was feeling like just drinking water left something to be desired. I didn't want to drink soda because it made me feel like crap full of sugar and empty carbs and chemicals. And I still wanted to feel like I was getting the benefits of some of the sensations that people turn to alcohol for, right? So as I've mentioned, not to repeat myself, but like feeling bubbly, feeling open, feeling conversational, sociable, all of those things, right? That's what people use alcohol for. And Sidekick gives you those sensations. Obviously, without any of the negative side effects, without any hangover, without any risk of becoming addicted or forming a dependency on it. And it has a ton of amazing cognitive benefits that last not just for the period of time that you take it in, but they last much longer than that. You can take it over the course of your lifetime, and it has very pro-cognitive capabilities. I do tend to predict trends in beauty and in wellness. So I definitely saw this like sober trend coming from far away. And again, part of the reason why I created this product was to be a vice replacement, along with, you know, a supplement for combating symptoms of depression and anxiety, mood disorders, and overall cognitive health. That's something that on the business side of things, I am really excited about, is like garnering more of that community of sober curious people, or recently sober people who've just given up alcohol, or like vaping for that matter, and just want something else that's a vice alternative. Another thing that I've been thinking a lot about this week has been this notion that as a society, we have all sorts of ceremonies that mark notable milestones in people's lives. So, for example, when somebody has a baby, you throw them baby shower. When somebody gets married, same thing. They get an engagement party, they get a bridal shower, they get the wedding itself, and everybody offers gifts, financial support, their time. They're paying for plane tickets and accommodations to go on these extravagant bachelor and bachelorette parties that everybody seems to want to do. But we have no ceremony, ritual norms around supporting people when they start a business. And I think that that is a huge deficit, of course, to the people who are actually starting the business, and also to the general society, because there's nothing built in to encourage people to become entrepreneurs and to keep pushing through what is an extremely grueling process. And I think that entrepreneurship is a growing trend because people are getting so fed up and burnt out with their corporate jobs that they're leaving and want to freelance or start their own business. And if that truly is a growing trend, then I think we should certainly have more of a playbook for supporting those who dare to go and build something and create something from scratch. I have written about this in the Good Journal, which is Good Psyche's blog, and I will link it here because I think that it's an important subject, and that's not just for my own benefit or gain. That's really for the benefit and gain of everybody who is trying their hand at entrepreneurship right now. It is an absolute marathon and requires you to truly tap into every possible reservoir of your being to keep up the type of energy and stamina needed to keep going. And I have respect for every founder who's doing this. Last year, when I wrote about this in the blog, I came up with this concept of founder showers, which is where friends, family, former coworkers find ways to offer their support to someone starting a business. That could be offering your time to help that person set up for an event. That could be posting about them and their brand on your social media and helping to promote them and spread word. Word of mouth is extremely powerful, and every post, mention, tag counts a lot. You could bring up their brand at a dinner party with your friends, your families, other coworkers, and say, hey, have you heard of this brand, Good Psyche, or insert whatever brand. I love what they're doing. Their products are super cool. Here's why I think that. Bring it up in organic conversation. That also is a huge way to help. Shoot them a Venmo. Shoot them $50. I promise you that $50 goes such a long way, and you'll probably bring that founder close to tears because someone even thought of them enough to say, hey, I see you, I see your hustle, here's $50 to show you that I recognize what you're doing and how hard it is. That in and of itself, it's an amazing gesture. You can forward their email newsletter. So for us, I send out the Good Journal every single week. I personally write that, design that, put that together, spend hours every week creating it, and send that out. If you find a particular article interesting, forward it. Forward that along to friends, family, coworkers. Have them check it out. Say, hey, I found this article really interesting. Give it a read. You should sign up for the Good Journal. They send out good stuff every week. So things like that. It does not have to be monetary help. It can be any of these other things, and they all go a really, really long way. I bring that up to say because I thought about it again. I wrote this Good Journal piece about this probably a year and a half ago now, but I thought of it this morning, and I think it's worth mentioning again because it's true. We still do not have a playbook for supporting new founders and entrepreneurs, and we have an exorbitant list of things that we're expected to do for people going through other notable milestones in their life, like marriage, like having a baby, like even sometimes getting divorced. We're throwing people divorce parties. So we have it in all these other areas, and not for one of the most harrowing journeys that a person can go through and put themselves through, which is building something and starting a business. So take that for what it's worth. Buy their product, use their products, talk about their products, and something that is so often forgotten about is write reviews. Write a review of their product. Those reviews that get posted to the website are so important. They help drive sales, they help build credibility for the brand, they help other curious consumers get an idea of what that product is, what it does, what other people have experienced with using that product. So reviews are so underrated and so often forgotten about. Write reviews and submit them. And if you say you're going to do it, do it. It is so difficult for founders to track people down and say, please write reviews, please write reviews, please write a review. And 9 times out of 10, people never follow through and do it. So write reviews. It is so easy. It takes 15 seconds and it goes a really, really long way for that founder and their brand. All right, I'm gonna get on with my day. And if this resonated with you, great. Talk about it, spread the word, act on it. As I said, every little micro action that you can make towards supporting an entrepreneur goes such a long way, longer than you even realize.
Touches the fabric, it activates the
Well, there they come. They jumped out.